Hello everyone, welcome to this session on Tableau with me, Abdulisa Begum. Today we are actually going to start our hands-on using Tableau. That is, we're going to create a bar graph using Tableau. So this is the first kind of report that we are trying to create in Tableau. So yeah, let's just move ahead towards the agenda. Agenda is pretty simple again. What is the bar graph? And we're going to create a bar graph using Tableau. That's it. It's as simple as that. My name is Abidunisa. I'm a technical trainer. I give training on different programming languages like R and Python for data science and Tableau for data visualization. So Tableau is basically my favorite tool for visualization. Whereas you can also use R and Python for visualization, but then Tableau is specifically made for that. So definitely it does a much better work than any of the visualization uh, packages that are used in R and Python. Right, guys? If you agree with me, give me a thumbs up in the comment section. And if you don't, let me know why. So now let's get back to what is bar graph. So I'm not sure how many of you know how does it look like, but yes, we have done this in our school, right? We already know it from our school days. So bar graphs, these are pictorial representations of data. They are in the form of vertical or they are also, so you can see these are vertical, these are also horizontal, and they are rectangular bars basically. So with the length of the bars, they are proportional to the measure of data. So whatever is your measure you'll be seeing here, so based on that you will be marking and creating your bar graph, right? So it's proportional to the measure of the data that you are taking. Now they are also called as bar charts, they are also called as bar plots, and it is one of the means for handling data in statistics. Collection, presentation, analysis, organization, interpretation of observation of this data. This is complete package of, and it is called as statistics. And this statistical, data, this can be presented with various methods. We know we have bar charts, pie charts, histograms, frequency polygons, etc., etc., etc. So all of these are included in that. Now, the bars here, they are drawn which are of uniform width and variable quantity, and they are represented in one of the axes. Also, we know that the measure of variable is depicted on the other axis. So the height or the length of the bar, they denote the value of a variable, and these graphs and are, they are also used to compare certain quantities. Frequency distribution tables, they can also be, easily represented using bar charts. So because of that, when we are using bar charts, it simplifies the calculation and understanding of the data. Now, bar charts are of two to three types. Okay, so it's first horizontal bar chart, vertical bar chart. There is something also called as stacked bar chart. So these are all side by side. I will create a stacked bar chart and I'll explain that to you. How does it look like? Okay, now we know that the graph can be plotted using horizontally or vertically. The most usual type of bar chart is a vertical bar graph. We usually have seen this, right? Now, orientation of x-axis and y-axis, they are changed depending on type of vertical and horizontal, bar charts that we have. Now, apart from these, like I told you, we have grouped bar like this, and we also have stacked. So instead of side by side, these will be one, one upon the another. So that is how a stacked bar looks like, and that's how we'll be basically creating it. Now, if you want me to tell you one line about each of them, so, if you are writing, I'm not sure if anyone makes notes here, or definitely this video is available on YouTube, so you can always cross check. But just in case you are making note of it. So, vertical bar graph, they are group data represented vertically in a graph or chart with the help of bars. Then, what are horizontal? Again, the same thing. Group data are presented in this, and they are horizontal presented horizontally in a chart with the help of bars again. So that is what are horizontal bar charts. A grouped bar graph, it is also called as a clustered bar graph. This is something you would want to make a note of. And this is used to represent the discrete value for more than one object that shares the same category. So yes, no, good, bad, and all these are discrete values. So if there is something like that, so you have an audience, you have been speaking, and you have an audience who want to give you a feedback. So, and suppose it's a yes or no. Was the session good or bad? So this is good, this is bad maybe, or this is bad, this is good maybe. Okay. So that's how you'll be representing these group bar. Now, what is stacked bar chart? Again, these stacked bar charts, they are called as composite bar charts. Grouped are called clustered, stacked are called composite bar charts. And they divide the aggregate into different parts. That is what these bar charts are. Now, let me give you one example, or one case study basically, where you can use these bar charts. So they are often used to match things between different groups or to trace changes over time. Yet when trying to estimate changes over time, bar graphs are more suitable when changes are bigger. So they possess a discrete domain of divisions and are normally scaled so that all the data can fit into one graph, right? So yeah, that's how it is. Suppose if you want to know, you have certain employees, a number of employees, and you have been given a percentage of monthly salary of each employee. So that is when you can represent such things in a graph. Similarly, I'm going to take you through Tableau today, right? And we are going to use a data that is, okay, here are my Tableau data sets. I'm going to use this office supplies data, okay? So it is already there, so I do not have to add it again because that was the only sheet in my office supplies. Okay, so it is there. So this is my data set. Now what I want to do is, okay, this is not area chart. We're going to create a bar chart. Name it a bar chart. Then go ahead. Now what we will be doing is, let's try to create some charts. So I'd be taking units, and then I would be taking maybe region, right? So this is how a bar chart is created. As simple as that. And you can just arrange how do you want it, in an ascending order or in a descending order maybe. You can also swap it. So these are our horizontal while these are our vertical. So it's as simple as that, and you can always label it. So how would you label it? So if it's a region, just put in this, you can see it's labeled like that. And if you want to give different colors to it, again, drag region and put it into colors. So can you see? We have different colors as well. And we have also labeled it. Now what you can do here is, when you are labeling, you can change the alignment as well. So how do you want to label it? This looks good, right? So however you want to label it, you can also mention that. Now let's try something else. Let's try to add item and let's see what happens. Okay, so these are our side by side charts, and we have created for different regions, and then we have taken items. Now what I would do is, I would remove region from colors, I would add item into colors. See? So this is how colorful my graphs looks like. Now these are side by side vertical charts. Can I also create the same in horizontal? I can. So from label, I think I can remove it because it's already given here. So again, in labeling, I'll also put the items so that that's pretty clear for us. So binder, desk, pen, pen set, and this is how it goes. Now suppose these here are stacked charts, stacked bars. Now before doing that, let me just show you something here. When I am hovering over this stacked bar chart, I can see there is one or more dimension and one or more measures. Similarly for this horizontal bars, I will require 0 or more dimensions. So I do not need dimensions, I just need measure. I'm sure you guys remember dimensions are these and measures are the ones which have numerical values, right? So those are dimensions and measures. Now you can just use a stacked bar chart as well. This is how a stack bar chart looks like. Now you might as well want to label this, and you might as well want to change the alignment. Okay, so doesn't this look better? So yeah, this will help you, analyze it well. Now what I want you guys to do, just look at these visualization. You might as well want to create one by yourself and mention in the comment section below what could you understand by this bar chart that I have created? Definitely, it has some meaning. I wouldn't have created it just like that, right? So I want you to tell me what could we analyze through this, right? And yeah, that's the task for you today. So what did we do today? We basically just understood, what is bar chart and how is it important to us, what is it used for, what are the different types, and we tried to create a bar chart using Tableau. So I hope you guys were able to understand. And if you have any questions for me, do mention them in the comment section below. And if there's anything else that I haven't mentioned, if I haven't forgotten to mention, so yeah, do let me know that as well. Right? So let's keep these sessions interactive so I know that you guys are with me and following up through the sessions. Thank you very much for being with me throughout this session. Goodbye, guys. Happy learning.